Welcome back to English classes. Hello my dear students. Today I am going to teach you class 12 a inspiring poem. That name is Keeping Quiet and it is written by Pablo Neruda. Actually in this poem the poet tells us to keep quiet and what would be the benefit of to keep quiet. That is described by the poet. So before just to study of this poem, let us know something about this poem. Actually in this poem, Keeping Quiet, the poet demands the necessity of quiet introspection. Introspection means parikshan. Means man should introspect himself. Man's action, his rush and hurry are spreading in this world. Means they have already caused much church and trouble in the world. Why not? Each and everywhere we find that each and every man in a hurry for his work, to earn livelihood, and that's why the poet said, now it is the time has come when we should take a pause of our action for some time. Means he should do self-introspection. Stillness does not mean total inactivity. It means the poet is saying to keep quiet. So some people understand it would be total inactivity. If we become silent, so our activities paused. It means in total and activities. But mind it, the poet doesn't favor it. He boldly told, stillness does not mean total inactivity. Actually, stillness and silence will help man in creating feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. So it was the introduction about the poem, and here main points has been written. So first of all, you can read it. Keeping quiet for a second, an exotic moment, no harm to anyone, no wars of any kind, stillness not total, inactivities, earth remains alive. So let us understand this poem in detail. Now, my dear students, in the first stanza, the poet urges a request to count 12 and be still. Keeping quiet for a second, then there would be no hurry, no rush. The poet further tells that for a moment we should not talk in any different language, any kinds of language. we should be silent. And actually, if we do such type of thing, means if we become silent, so it will be a moment of complete silence, and it will be a fascinating moment, attracting moment. Suppose you are sitting silently anywhere, so it would be the matter of attraction. Many people will see you and they will understand what he is doing. So that's why if we become silence and not talk in any language, so it will be a moment of complete silence without rush and noise of the machines. Means the poet also suggests that machines also produce different type of noise, disturb much, gives a lot of trouble. So that should be also stopped for a moment. Further, the poet advises that fishermen, particularly in North Pole, they catch whale, and perhaps you are well familiar with whale. It is the biggest animal nowadays on the earth. So he also suggests fishermen will not harm whale in the cold sea. And the man who are gathering shark will take care of his hurt hands. We have also seen that many people work just to prepare the salt, and you have seen here and there the labor works with cement and sand, so their hands hurt. And that's why the poet suggested that fishermen will not harm whales in the cold sea, and the men who are gathering salt will take care of his hurt hands. Those who are indulging in different kinds of war should be still for some time. Means the poet further requested that all types of war should be stopped. We have seen a lot type of wars: green wars, gaseous wars, chemicals wars, firearms war, arms war. So all type of war should be stopped. The poet also has given a clue that in the war, actually according to philosophy, no one can get victory. And that's why he suggests that all type of war should be stopped at once. So now what the pupil will do? So the poet said, let them come out in their best dresses. Meaning people should come out of their houses in their best dresses, and they should sit under a shady tree or walk under a shady tree with their relatives, means brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, and then they can get enjoy of the life. So the poet said that people should come in their best dresses with their brothers and walk under the shady tree. So just seeing such type of activities, some people confused. Some people confused. What type of confusion they are facing? They are facing that if we will not do any work, if we will be following keeping quiet, so it would be total inactivities. And total inactivities means death. Total inactivities means death. But here the poet said that stillness should not be confused with total inactivity and death. He doesn't favor it, as poet has no association, no any relation with death. But the poet has given a very important clue. Constant moving means if we will be always in active position, we are doing activities. So constant moving does not do us any good. So there would be no benefit of it. There would be no any use of it. Actually, man cannot understand themselves and keep on treating themselves with death. That's why the poet further tells that if any keep quiet and be still, so a long silence can do a lot of good to them. It means if we don't do any work, if we are following the instruction of the poet, means in our best dresses with our relatives, we are walking under the shady tree, so it can do a lot of good to human being. The poet says a very important thing at last. The earth is a symbol of life. The earth on which we live, that is a symbol of life. Under apparent stillness, when everything seems dead, life on earth goes under apparent stillness. And that's why the poet suggested here keeping quiet. So that's all.